Rank play has finally dropped here in Black Ops 6, and I want to give you the top 5 best loadouts for you guys to help you climb the ranks. So if you guys are new and find this video to help you out in any way, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. Now for my first weapon here, we have the AIMS 85. Now this weapon actually got a buff not too long ago, making it one of the best weapons in the game, and this will probably be the most used weapon in rank play, and eventually it will be the only assault rifle that you can use. AIMS 85, a great assault rifle, so I am glad it's here in rank play. But for my first attachment on this weapon, we are using a 5 attachment build. We are going to start with the optic here first, and we're going to be adding on the Kepler Microflex. Like I say in my videos, this is the best and easiest optic to use here in Black Ops 6, so of course we are going to throw it on for our first attachment. For the muzzle next, we are going to be adding on the compensator. Now, I say this also in my videos a lot. This is the best muzzle in the game. You're getting the most vertical recoil control and the most gun kick control. So no matter what gunfight you get into, up close, long range, super long range, you're going to have the best control of your weapon, the most accuracy in your weapon. So definitely having this on is going to make you a better, accurate player. So go ahead and abuse the best muzzle in the game. Now for the barrel next here, we're going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. Now this can help with damage range and bull velocity. I want you to have the best damage range, and I also want you to have the best bull velocity on the AIMS 85. This weapon did get a damage range buff, so the weapon is already good at longer ranges. We're going to make it better and also increase our bull velocity, so our bullets are traveling faster, traveling further, hitting harder to give us a faster time to kill in those longer range gunfights. This assault rifle is really good with the reinforced barrel. Now we're going to jump over here to the rear grip next, and we're going to be throwing on the commando grip. Now I want to have faster sprint to fire speed on this weapon. The sprint to fire speed time in this game really isn't the best, so adding this on is going to give us better sprint to fire speed time, but also we are getting that faster aim down sight speed. The AIMS has a really good aim down sight speed, not this best sprint to fire speed, but we're going to work on both, make them better. So in those up close gunfights, if we're going against submachine guns that have the fast handling, we're going to be able to outgun them, outmaneuver them, faster handling, be better up close. So we definitely want to throw on the commando grip. And then for my final attachment here, we are going to the fire mods, and we're going to be adding on the recoil springs for a more horizontal and vertical recoil control, and we're also gaining a tiny bit more gun kick control here. So with this build, vertical recoil control, horizontal recoil control, gun kick control, a lot of damage range, a lot of bull velocity. This weapon doesn't move. The AIMS 85 is one of the best weapons in the game right now. Next we have the GPR 91. Now this is a really good assault rifle. It also got buffed here in the Season 1 update. Its damage and damage range in the last few updates and weapon balances got changed, so the GPR is going to be a really good assault rifle if you want to use this one as well. Kind of have the same build for it, but we are going to start with the optic here. We're going to start with the Kepler Microflex. Like I just said, the best and easiest optic, so of course we do want to throw it on. For the muzzle next, we're going to be adding on the compensator once again. You are getting a lot more vertical recoil control on this weapon and gun kick control. So this weapon, with this attachment, you're going to cancel all the recoil, all the gun kick. This weapon isn't going to move whatsoever. The good thing about this assault rifle, it is one of the best accurate assault rifles in the game, so it really doesn't have that much recoil. Now for the barrel next, we're actually going to be adding on the grain twist barrel. Now the damage range on this weapon is already good. The damage is already good on this weapon, so I just want to work on bull velocity on this weapon. So we're going to increase our bull velocity by 40%, so our bullets are instantly hitting our targets very quickly. So up close, long range, our bullets are going to instantly hit them, so you're going to have that upper hand in your gunfight. So the grain twist barrel, in my opinion, is the better choice for this weapon. Now for the rear grip next, again, we're going to be adding on the commando grip. This is going to be a really good attachment here for this assault rifle, and I will say the GPR already has some great handling already, so with this attachment, we're going to make it better. Our aim down sight speed is lightning quick, same with our sprint to fire speed, so we have to be aggressive in our gunfights against other good assault rifles, really good SMGs. We can outgun them, aim down sights faster, shoot faster off a sprint, have that aggressive play style. The commando grip, in my opinion, is going to be a really good attachment for this weapon. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the stock, and we're going to be adding on the balanced stock. This is going to increase its mobility on this weapon, aim walking movement speed itself, hip fire movement speed, strafing movement speed. The mobility on this weapon is already good, but I do want to make it a lot better. Now for my next weapon here, we have our first SMG in today's video, which is the Jackal PDW. Now this SMG is going to be the main SMG that a lot of people are going to be using here in rank play, just because it is the SMG they're going to be using in the CDL. For my build though, we are going to start with the muzzle, and again, we're going to be adding on the compensator. This should be the only muzzle you should use right now. This is the best muzzle, and also the Jackal really doesn't have the best recoil control, gun kick control, or anything like that, so this weapon having a fast fire rate doesn't make that any better, so we need to add on the compensator, make this weapon more smooth, more accurate in our gunfight. So of course, I'm telling you, the compensator is going to be the best choice for this SMG. Now for the barrel next, we're going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. Now we're not going to be taking our gunfights, to 50, 60 meters or anything, sometimes not even 25. So I'm going to tell you the reinforced barrel is going to be the better choice here. Yes, we're getting that little bit of that damage range to just in case we have to take our gunfights to those longer ranges. But the main thing is we are getting that damage range and we're getting that faster bull velocity. So in those gunfights, our bulls are traveling faster and able to hit our targets quicker. But just in case we have to take our gunfights to extremely longer ranges, we are getting that extra damage range. So our bulls are traveling a bit further. They're hitting a bit harder to help us with that faster time to kill on the SMG. But I'm telling you, up close is going to be the main thing you're going to want to use on the Jackal. Now for the underbarrel next, we're going to be adding on the vertical foregrip. I want you to have a lot more horizontal recoil control on this weapon. You could run the Ranger foregrip if you really wanted to and also get that sprinting movement speed, but with the vertical foregrip, we're actually getting a tiny bit of gun kick control. So with this attachment now, horizontal recoil control, gun kick control, and with the class up so far, we're getting vertical recoil control as well. So this weapon isn't going to move whatsoever, and you're going to have great control of this weapon. Now for the rear grip next, we're going to be adding on the assault grip. I want to increase the sprint to fire speed on this weapon just because the handling, the aim down sight speed is perfect on the Jackal. So I don't have to worry about that. The only thing that I'm worried about is the sprint to fire speed time. We're going to increase that, and actually we're going to increase that by 32%. So in our gunfights, we're more aggressive. We're shooting much faster off a sprint than our assault rifles and other SMGs in the game. And I will say, if you're using a submachine gun, you need to be as aggressive as possible. You need to get as many kills as possible to help your team win. That's what submachine gun players are for. So adding on the assault grip is going to make that easier in our gunfights. And then for my final attachment, we are going to the stock, and once again adding on the balanced stock to increase our mobility to help us move a bit faster around the map. Now for our fourth weapon here, we have another sub, which is the PP919. Now this is one of my favorite weapons in the game. It's more of a slower firing SMG, better at longer ranges, in my opinion, better accuracy, and also has some really good handling and mobility, which I'm sure after I give you the build and you use it for a while, I'm sure this SMG is going to be banned from rank play, so go ahead and abuse it while you can. But we're going to start with the muzzle here first, and we're going to be adding on the compensator. The compensator on this SMG is a little bit different from the other ones just because we're actually getting horizontal recoil control, vertical recoil control, and also gun kick control. So we're getting all three things that's going to help us have better accuracy, and this should be the only attachment you should use on this SMG that gives you recoil control and accuracy. So we're going to throw this on for our first attachment. Now for the barrel here next, we're going to be adding on the reinforced barrel. Now this is going to give us damage range and bull velocity. Now this SMG did get a damage buff and a damage range buff. It has not gotten nerfed yet, so this weapon is going to be even better with the reinforced barrel. We're getting that faster bull velocity, better damage range, so our bullets are traveling faster, traveling further to be better at those longer ranges. So of course, we do want to add on the reinforced barrel. The magazine here next, we're going to be adding on the Fast Mag 3. Now, we're going to give it a 30-round mag. We do not need a 60-round mag. We do not need a 40-round mag. And the good thing about the Fast Mag, we're actually getting a faster reload time, faster aim down sight speed, and faster sprint to fire speed time. So we're going to be very aggressive with the SMG. So it's just kind of crazy to still see it with a magazine rather than like a whole drum on the bottom of it. So we're going to add on the Fast Mag 3, which is going to make this weapon better up close and personal. Now for the rear grip next, we're going to be adding on the Commando grip. Now I'm telling you, with this attachment and all what we have on so far, you are guaranteed to be aiming down sights first than your opponent and shooting faster off a sprint. And I'm telling you, 99.9% you are going to be winning those gunfights. You're shooting first, you're aiming down sights first. Those are the most important things about a gunfight you get into. So of course, I'm telling you, adding this attachment on is going to make you win every single gunfight. I am telling you, add on the Commando grip. And then for my final attachment on this weapon, we are going to the stock, and we're going to be adding on the balanced stock once again. We're just going to increase our mobility on this weapon. So with this SMG now, really good damage range, really good recoil control, high mobility, and high handling. This thing is dangerous. And then for our final weapon in today's video, guys, we have the SOG, which I'm actually very shocked this weapon is in rank play, just because they usually don't add DLC weapons into rank play immediately, because I mean the SOG, if you've used it, it is pretty broken, I'm not gonna lie. But for my class setup though, we are gonna start with the muzzle, and once again we're gonna be adding on the compensator. This should be the only one you're using. You're getting a lot of vertical recoil control, gun kick control. This weapon does have a fast fire rate, so we do need to calm those things down. So we're gonna add this on for my first attachment. For the barrel, we're going to be adding on the long barrel. Now, the weapon really doesn't have the best damage range, so we're definitely going to increase that in here. So we're going to add on the long barrel, increase our damage range, so our bullets are traveling further. They're hitting a bit harder to match up with some of the other SMGs, some of the assault rifles, so we can take them out a little bit faster with this weapon. The underbarrel here, we're going to be adding on the vertical foregrip. We're getting a lot of horizontal recoil control and a little bit of gun kick control on this weapon. So this is going to cancel out a lot of the recoil on this weapon. So you are going to be more accurate. You're going to have better control of this weapon. So definitely add on the vertical foregrip. Now we're going to skip the magazine. We do not need that here in rank play. We are going to the rear grip, and we're going to be adding on the commando grip. We're going to get faster aim down sight speed, faster sprint to fire speed. I will say the SMG does have some great handling already. I do want to make it a lot better though, so we're going to be aiming down sights lightning quick, shooting faster off a sprint better, and we're going to be more faster in our handling, so we are going to be more aggressive in our gunfights. And then for my final attachment on this weapon, we are going to the stock, and we're going to be adding on the light stock here to just increase our mobility. We're going to be moving very quickly around the map, so you're going to be flanking people faster, making the plays. Submachine gun players need to be making plays constantly, so you need to be moving fast around the map. Now, since we covered the best loadouts here, now it's time to talk about the rest of your loadout that you need to be using here in rank play, and that is really important on what you're running. Now, by default, we do have the Strider 22, and there's really not much we can change. You can't change the magazine, you can't change the rear grip. Only thing that you can change is the optic. I like the iron sights on this pistol, so I kept it with the iron sights. The knife is going to be your better choice. The baseball bat takes 2 hits. Don't really like that. The knife is only going to take a 1-hit kill, and I like to just move fast around the map with the knife, and if I have to, I can stab someone and get that 1-hit kill. Now, the lethal and tacticals, we have the concussions and Simtex. Now, if you're playing Search and Destroy, you could throw on the smokes if you want to make a play. Flashbangs did get nerfed, so we don't want to use the flashbangs anymore, so you want to run the concussions. Lethal is going to be the Simtex. I think they're better than the frags, just depending on what you're playing. Frags could be good in Search and Destroy for the grenade spots. Simtexes are going to be used more, in my opinion, for hard point control and everything, but frags are good, but in my opinion, I like the Simtexes a bit better. Now, the field upgrade, it just depends on how many people you're playing with. The assault pack, if you're playing in a group, 3 or 4 people, I would have at least one of you run the assault pack for extra grenades and ammo and everything, and the rest of you guys run trophy. For me, I'm a trophy guy, so I'm always going to be running the trophies. Now, we have our perks next, which are very important depending on what game mode you're playing. And for perk 1, there's only 3 perks that you should only be using: Ninja, Flak Jacket, and Task Mask. Now, if you're playing Hardpoint and Control, do Tac Mask and Flak Jacket. If you're playing Search and Destroy, go Ninja and Flak Jacket. You do not want people to hear you when you're running or walking or anything, and you also do not want to get hit by grenade spots or the grenade spam. So Flak Jacket, Ninja is really good for Search and Destroy. Flak Jacket, Task Mask is really good for respawns, Control, and Hardpoint. Perk 2 is going to be Fast Hands. That's the only one we have, nothing else to say. Perk 3, we have Quartermaster and Double Time. Now, if you are a submachine gun player, run Double Time. If you are using an assault rifle, using trophies a lot, use Quartermaster. I run trophies a lot. I'm the main AR when I play, so I run Quartermaster so I can constantly spam the trophy systems. And at times, if I'm going to be a submachine gun player, I'm being aggressive and everything, I want to run Double Time when it comes to just running faster and running further with my tactical sprint. And then for your wild card, I like to run perk greed so I get extra perks. Extra perks are always going to be better than extra attachments in my opinion, so just use whatever you want. But I'm telling you, your perks matter and everything, so copy the build down and listen to what I'm saying, because I have been iridescent in every single rank play that I've played multiple times, even in Warzone, in multiplayer, it doesn't matter. I have been iridescent, so you can trust me when I talk about these things. But copy down the loadouts, copy down the perks and everything, and let me know how your grind is going in rank play so far, and let me know what the highest rank you've ever been in rank play. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you on the next one.